Well, hello today. How's everything going with you? Today I'm going to share a story with you from the Chippewa Indians. They're from the Algonquin tribe, Upper Michigan, Lake Michigan. They were first encountered by the French in the 1600s. And today I'm going to share one of their legends. They're a very interesting tribe, and I think you're going to enjoy this. Their legend is how the dog came to the Indians. How dogs came to the Indians, an Ojibwa story. Two Ojibwa Indians in a canoe had been blown far from shore by a great wind. They had gone far and were hungry and lost. They had little strength left to paddle, so they drifted before the wind. At last their canoe was blown onto a beach, and they were glad, but not for long. Looking for tracks of animals, they saw some huge footprints that they knew must be those of a giant. They were afraid and hid in the bushes. As they crouched low, a big arrow thundered into the ground close beside them. Then a huge giant came toward them. A caribou hung from his belt, but the man was so big that it looked like a rabbit. He told them that he did not want to hurt them, and he liked to be a friend to little people, who seemed to the giant to be so helpless. He asked the two lost Indians to come home with him, and since they had no food and their weapons had been lost in the storm at sea, they were glad to go with him. An evil Winnebago spirit came to the lodge of the giant and told the two men that the giant had other men hidden away in the forest because he liked to eat them. The Winnow pretended to be a friend, but he was the one who wanted the men because he was an eater of people. The Winnebago became very angry when the giant would not give him the two men, and that finally the giant became angry too. He took a big stick, turned over a big bowl with it. A strange animal, which the Indians had never seen before, lay on the floor. Looking up at him, it looked like a wolf to them, but the giant called the animal Dog. The giant told him to kill the evil Winnebago spirit. The beast sprang to its feet, shook himself, started to grow and grow and grow. The more he shook himself, the more he grew, and the fiercer he became. He sprang at the Winnebago and killed him. Then the dog grew smaller and smaller and crept under the bowl. The giant saw that the Indians were surprised and pleased with the dog and said that he would give it to them, though it was his pet. He told the men that he would command the dog to take them home. They had no idea how this could be done, though they had seen that the giant was a maker of magic, but they thanked the friendly giant for the great gift. The giant took the men and the dog to the seashore and gave the dog a command. At once it began to grow bigger and bigger until it was nearly as big as a horse. The giant put the two men on the back of the dog and told them to hold on very tightly. As the dog ran into the sea, it grew still bigger, and when the water was deep enough, he started to swim strongly away from the shore. After a very long time, the two Ojibwa began to see a part of the sea coast that they knew, and soon the dog headed for the shore. As he neared the beach, he became smaller and smaller, so the Indians had to swim for the last part of their journey. The dog left them close to the lodges and disappeared into the forest. When the men told the tribe of their adventure, the people thought that the men were speaking falsely. "Show us even this little mystery animal, dog, and we shall believe you," a chief said. A few moons came and went, and then one morning, while the tribe slept, the dog returned to the two men. It allowed them to pet it and took food from their hands. The tribe was very much surprised to see that this new creature, it stayed with the tribe, and that, as the Indians tell, is how the first dog came to the earth. Okay, wasn't that fun? You know something? The mystery is still around about how the dog came to be. They know the dog has been around for 30,000 years, and they think they originated from the wolves. But we don't know for sure. So you may want to research the origin of the dog and also spend a lot of time discovering the Chippewa tribe because they're fascinating. Have fun. Thank you.